Hey guys, what's going on? I wanted to do a really short video on bitter exes, okay? Now, whether you have a bitter ex, whether you are dealing with someone who has a bitter ex, if you are in this situation, then just listen carefully, okay? Now, what classifies a bitter ex? Well, normally it's an ex who obviously was in your life that went off of manipulation, control, and pretty much keeping you stuck in a miserable, toxic environment. Okay? You decided to break free from that and you decided to set strict boundaries. And basically, what they do is because they can no longer sustain that control, they become bitter about it because, of course, we know misery loves company. So their main goal will be trying to sabotage any relationships that you may try to have in the future. Now, as most of you know, I deal heavily in mental health awareness and heavily in narcissism, okay? So chances are, even though your ex may not be a narcissist, manipulation, toxicity, it's all the same thing, all right? Now, if you are someone who has a bitter ex and you know that they are bitter, my best advice to you is always keep proof of everything. Keep proof of every conversation that you have. If you have children with this ex, keep proof. You don't have children, always keep proof. That proof will be the very foundation, because there's that thin line. If you don't have proof and they're coming out and trying to sabotage what it is you have going on, you have no type of proof. Trust me, it's not going to look good for you because you're going to appear to be the liar. You're going to appear to be the one that is leading your ex on, giving them an impression that you want to continue a relationship with them, or you want to possibly look into giving them another chance, even though that may not be the case. Always keep proof of everything. That's what I do. Now, if you are someone who is dealing with someone who may possibly have a bitter ex, and I say possibly because now you're in a different seat. You're dealing with someone who has a third party that is trying to infringe, trying to sabotage what it is you have. Now, could that person be a bitter ex? Absolutely. Could that person be telling the truth? Absolutely. This is where you have to use your discernment, okay? Use your discernment, because if the person who has the bitter ex knows that they're a bitter ex, they're going to know to keep the proof just if in case. People who have dealt with bitter exes, trust me, you already know how it goes. You already know what you have to do. But people who are not too familiar with it, they can potentially end up not doing what is necessary to protect themselves, to protect their name, to protect their truth. You understand? Because not every situation is the same. People break up for many reasons. And depending on what that reason is, you really have to look at the situation, look at the dynamic, and say to yourself, am I going to have problems in the future if I'm dealing with another person? Or if that already shows itself to you, then you already know. Keep proof of everything. I got text messages from 5 years ago. Trust me, I keep proof of everything. Okay? Keep that in mind. Use discernment if you're dealing with someone who has another party that's trying to infringe. Okay? Always check your gut. All right? You want to give the benefit of the doubt, that's fine. But understand something. If you give the benefit of the doubt, be prepared to deal with whatever actual truth comes out. And I say this because you may be dealing with someone who's actually telling you the truth, may not have the proof right off the bat, but is actually telling you the truth. And if you make them pay for anything that they were not responsible for, you make their lives miserable off of what was told to you, what was planted in your head, and then come to find out at the end, they were really telling the truth. Trust and believe, you're going to look at yourself like, oh shit, I fucked up. And you know what? That's exactly what they're going to tell you too. You fucked up. And now you can't fix it. So definitely use discernment. Always keep your gut in check. Always make sure if you need to investigate. If you need to check. If you need to do what you got to do what you got to do. But don't jump to conclusions. Always use discernment. Always check the facts. If facts are there and they are telling you facts are there, check the facts before you make any other moves. Guys, I give this advice because you don't want to end up doing something stupid off of misjudgment. All too often we misjudge people And when you don't use intuition and you don't use discernment, what will end up happening is you're going to end up really sabotaging something that could have been really great for you, all because you went and you listened to somebody else. All right? Which in turn means that you got issues that you need to clear out within yourself, because your intuition is being clouded based off of past issues that you had. All right? Use your intuition. Use your discernment. Get the facts. Learn things. Don't be quick to jump over the table at someone unless you know for sure what the situation is, and then decide what you want to do from that point. All right, guys, that's my time. Namaste.